Hey friends, welcome back to the another video. Today's video is kind of a special video, but because I usually talk a lot about non-fiction books, I say why non-fiction books are important, why you should learn from non-fiction books. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about 10 lessons I learned from the fiction book specifically, because I read a lot of fiction also. It's not like that I don't read fiction. I usually read fiction over the audiobooks. It becomes so easy to understand fictions over audiobooks. So let's get into the video where we talk about 10 lessons I learned from the different fiction books that will help you to understand life. First lesson is adventure is important in life. Like, I have read a lot of fiction series like Harry Potter, Lord of Rings, Hunger Games, then Shadows of Bone, Six of Crows, and The Wheel of Time. So in all those categories, I realized that all those fiction books are revolves around the adventure. There is always one adventure that you have to go through it, and you have to be that character, and you have to do justice to the society and to that book. So that's the same way with our life. Our life should be the filled with adventure. There should be at least few adventures that you should take in life. उसे हम हिंदी में यूजुअली कहते हैं किक. यू नीड अ किक इन लाइफ. जैसे मैंने लास्ट टाइम एक किक लिया था कि आई इन्वेस्टेड इन अ बिटकॉइन. दैट वाज अनदर किक आई डिड. ऑब्वियसली आई मेड प्रॉफिट इन टू द बिटकॉइन. आई स्टिल मेकिंग द प्रॉफिट, but that was a kind of adventure I did. So make sure that your life is filled with adventure, and adventure is really important to fulfill your life. The second lesson which I learned from there is a specific character in the Harry Potter book which is Luna. From her I learned that being different doesn't mean you are incapable. So usually when we look at the influencer Instagram profile or any other person, we try to compare ourselves to them, but it's not really about that. It's okay if you are different. I know I am different. I know my English is not that good. I know I'm not really great fluent with the English, but I still do it. What are my qualities? I have my strength, I have my weaknesses. Still I am working on it. So it doesn't matter if you are different. It's probably you know something more than other person if you are different, kind of a thing. So being different doesn't mean you are incapable. Believe in yourself and you can do a lot of good things in life. The third lesson I learned is accept the thing how it is. So there are a lot of fiction books. I am not going to talk a specific fiction books here, because this lesson is all around the book. Like, there are a few Harry Potter, if you talk about the Lord of Rings, if you talk about the Killer Mockingbird. In all those books there is one concept, or there is one trait I learned, that accept the thing how it is. There is a reason, because in life there will be a time where there are things that are in your control, and there are things which are not in your control. The things that are in your control, you should definitely work on them, but things which do not in your control, how you are going to work on that. So it's better to accept the position, whether you are in relationship, whether you are into the startup, whether you are into any kind of a trouble. Understand what the things you can control and what things you can't control. Try to control whatever you controllable, and don't try to control what is there. Try to accept those things. Try to accept your emotions. That's what I'm doing with my life. The fourth lesson is love is a beautiful feeling. This lesson I learned from the book The Great Gatsby. It's definitely a must-read book if you want to understand love. It's a story about the Jay Gatsby and the Daisy. You all know what is the story, but that's the thing I learned from this book, that why love is beautiful and why love is important. I believe that love is a very beautiful thing, but it's really hard to explain what you are exactly feeling. Like, love can be anything for any person, but usually the definition revolves around it's from the book that I have read. So make sure you check out this book, The Great Gatsby, if you want to understand love. Fifth lesson is imagination can lead your life. This lesson I learned from Elon Musk's favorite book, which is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's definitely a great book when you talk about the universe, when you talk about the parallel universe, and a lot of ways. At that time you realize that your imagination can improve, your imagination can go beyond out of the circle or beyond out of the box. That's something I learned from this book, and I try to use this lesson in my life, where I try to imagine a lot of other factors. I try to imagine from the different perspective, and how those perspective will change your life. That is going to define by how you great at imagination. Like, if you are writing an article or if you are writing something, there are high chances that you need imagination, and when you read this kind of books, you get that imagination. Sixth lesson I learned from the fiction book is don't be scared. Being scared can lead you to the unhappy life, or being scared can lead you to the less likely to the life. So it's really important that you should understand that don't be scared to any kind of opportunities that you get. There are high chances that you may get fail also there, but there are high chances that you may get through it and you will find your own happiness. Like there is one thing I will suggest from my own personal life. There was a time in 2018 when I graduated from my college, and there was a time when I have to choose my career. Like I got university second rank, I was I was placed into the MNC, but I thought this is not something that I want to do. I was scared because I don't wanted to work into the same industry for long amount of time. I wanted something creative. So at that time I was in depression. I was scared to change my career. But now I made it. That's the reason I am here. I am here with YouTube, Instagram, podcast, working with the Flipkart, Amazon, a lot of things. It's all because I took that decision and I am able to find my way through it, and now I am much happier than I was when I was doing my MNC job. So don't be scared. The next lesson is from the combined two books. The first one is Dobby and second one is The Lord of Rings, which says that every small creation can change the world's destiny. It's very important to understand that it doesn't matter whoever you are, whatever you do. If you have belief, if you have faith, if you are good at what you do, if you are into the top 1%, then there are high chance that you will change world's density, either by you or either by with whatever you are doing. Like I have this goal, if people should choose more, more unconventional path in life, and they should go beyond whatever they are thinking. So it doesn't matter even if you are a small background or the big background, or if you have fortune, it doesn't matter. Every small creation can change the world's destiny. The next lesson I learned from the book Hunger Games, which is around second or third favorite series in my list, which says that hope can be the strongest thing of all. So there are few moments where the Katniss is scared, and Katniss don't want to know what to do in life. So Katniss is nothing but the character in the Hunger Game trilogy. So there is that character, and when she is dealing with a lot of uncertainty, and that's when she realized that hope is something that can give you a lot of things. Like you hope for something, it's not like, obviously you should have the balance between the hope with some logic and everything. You cannot hope that I'm going to be millionaire within next week or next month. That's not something that you hope for. But there are few hopes that you have that gut feeling, or you are surrounded. When you attach your gut feeling with the hope and you know that this is going to happen, then hope will definitely help you. That's the one lesson I learned from the Hunger Game. And there is another lesson I learned from the Hunger Game, which says that family is important. The reason I say this, because I have seen a lot of people going through this trauma that they are less attached to their family. Like if you talk about when you enter into the graduation bar, like when you get graduated around 21, 22, you go beyond your career, you want to do everything, and there is that thing that you try to miss your family, or you are more concentrated on your career and you are less likely to focus on your family relationship. Please don't do that. Like I thought a lot of way on this topic, but I realized that when I reread the Hunger Games, then I realized that family is family is really important. Your friends, everything is important. Anything like career, money, you can make it any amount of that. But when you lost your family members, or when you don't have this kind of happiness, then that's not something worth it. Even the aspirant, like the TVF aspirant, says that it's not worth it to sacrifice your family friends relationship just for your career. And the last lesson, which is from my favorite book, The Fault in Our Star, which says that live your life to the fullest. Like there is a story about the Hazel, and we all know what is the fault in our stars, but we never tried our life to live our fullest. And this book taught me that why you should live your life to the fullest. You do whatever you love. You should focus on appreciation. You should focus on giving to the world, like whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, whatever is your mind is saying, try to do that. Otherwise you will, at the end of the day, you will always have that regret. Okay, I had time, I had everything, just कुछ चीज़ें मैंने की होती तो I would have done much better. If you don't want that feeling, then make sure to use these 10 lessons to improve your life. Like I have this one regret, I mean not exactly regret, but I hate regret. So I try to do whatever I love. I try to go with whatever is there. So I try to enjoy the reality, and that's something I learned from this book, The Fault in Our Star. These are the 10 lessons I learned from the book, different fiction books. Obviously this is the part 1. There is always a part 2 for this book, because I have read a lot of books and there are going to be a lot of lessons that I have noted down in my Notion template, and I'm going to share with you guys. So that's all about the today's video. If you want to understand more fiction books, check out this video where I share the best fiction books that you should read. And if you are more interested into the YA videos, then check out this video where I shared the 5 of YA books that you should read. And that's all for the today's video. See you in the next one. Tata.